I grew up on a street that had just, if you looked at the first 6 homes on each side of the block, there was over 70 kids growing up in that neighborhood, little 1,000 square foot, bungalows. Most every home had just one wage earner. They sent their kids down to the local school down the street. And all those families and those kids have, realized the American dream. They went on to college and have moved on to the wealthier suburbs that are a little further west of where Redford Township is. But that is probably the most impactful part of my life, is growing up in a neighborhood like that where not too many people had much money, but the families were close, and one wage earner was able to provide. And I'm really concerned about this new world that we're living in now, where families are struggling to make ends meet even with 2 wage earners, and the parents aren't home when the kids get home from school. I think we've got to struggle to make certain that we create a middle class again in this country. And it's those early years from my, living from 1 to 10 when I lived in that environment that probably had the most significant impact on the values that I bring to government. Michigan, fortunately, still is #2 in the country when it comes to R&D expenditures, and that's both the private and the public universities. And that gives Michigan the knowledge-based economy that we need in order to grow the economy going forward. So we've got to maintain the tax incentive policies that we have as it relates to getting our small businesses to invest and grow in the state in the knowledge-based economy. We are #2 in the country when it comes to research and development. And that's not just automotive, it's life sciences, and it's aerospace, and it's defense, and it's agriculture. I mean, we have the knowledge-based economy that everyone would crave. I led the fight to put in place the 21st Century Jobs Fund. One of the limitations on growth in the state, and I learned that before I came to Lansing, was a constraint of capital, growth capital, to allow our smaller businesses to grow and diversify. So we put in place the 21st Century Jobs Plan in my first term.